Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Faculties Girls Senior High School in Kumasi. And then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMass because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provide tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination, and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMass to you because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMass to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues. Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Faculties Girls Senior High School in Kumasi. And then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMass because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provide tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination, and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMA to you because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMA to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues. Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Faculties Amphim Girls Senior High School in Kumasi, and then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMAT because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provide tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMA to you because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMA to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues. Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Faculties Amphim Girls Senior High School in Kumasi, and then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMAT because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to make an impact on the society, STEM provide tools to be able to do so, because the careers that can be found in STEM are mostly problem solving and discovery issues. Yes. And then if you also want to build your entrepreneurial skills, and be it creating your own tech company or creating any innovative solution, STEM can also help you do that. I would advise my fellow ladies to pursue STEM, because it will be able to build their courage, their confidence. And then I also advise them to speak up, ask questions when necessary. They should also surround themselves with people who would uplift them. Also, they should work hard towards their goals with determination, and then also take their lessons seriously. If you want to come into the STEM industry, I would recommend UMA to you, because it will help shape you in the right direction in terms of STEM. Most especially if you want to do computer science and engineering, I would recommend UMA to you. It's the best place to help you build your programming, your networking, and then your system administrator issues. Hi, my name is Prospective. I had my secondary education at Faculties Girls Senior High School in Kumasi, and then I proceeded to University of Mines and Technology. I offered computer science and engineering and graduated in the year 2024. Currently, I'm an IT support engineer, and I help users to solve any issue related to IT, be it their network issue or any software related issue. I also help to manage the databases of the various sections in the mine, and also help employees in their communication through the network devices. So what motivated me was all out of curiosity. I was curious about how devices are linked together to be able to communicate amongst each other. I also wanted to know about troubleshooting, that is knowing the source of a problem and trying to resolve it. So that is what motivated me to pursue a career in engineering. I chose UMAT because I wanted to explore in the mining sector with the use of IT. I wanted to know how IT helps the mining sector to be able to do their work. STEM is currently shaping the future. STEM is the future now. So if you want to
I am Jessica Dankwa. I attended Infantiman Girls High School. I completed in 2013. From there, I proceeded to study chemical engineering. In 2018, I enrolled at the University of Mines and Technology, where I pursued an MPhil in minerals engineering. I currently work as a metallurgist at Abosu Goldfields Limited. As a metallurgist at Goldfields, we are in charge of the day-to-day checking of parameters to ensure that we are always within the set limits to ensure optimum recovery at the mine. I've always been fascinated about how things work, how we can have processes that can turn raw materials into valuable products. What further motivated me or inspired me were some remarkable individuals in the industry, like Dr. Catherine Kupo-Kuto, Dr. Emmanuel Bewa, Professor J.L. Dankwa. These individuals showed me how powerful and rewarding it can be to pursue a career in this field. Their guidance and encouragement played a vital role in my decision to pursue an engineering profession. UMAT is the premier institution when it comes to mining and minerals related disciplines. I decided it would be the best place to further my education and also advance my knowledge in the field. The lectures are very friendly and they are open. You can go to them at any time with whatever problems or whatever questions that you have. And then they have a well-equipped lab, minerals lab. That is where I did my research work and all my lab work. My education at UMAT equip me with both theoretical foundation and then the practical skills that I needed for my work at Goldfields. In particular with the MPhil, I got a deeper understanding of mineral processing and then extractive metallurgy. And then because UMAT is a research-driven and then a practical-based institution, I was able to merge what I learned in the classroom and then my everyday work at Goldfields. There are several opportunities for girls who study science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. They are a young girl looking forward to making an impact, to solving problems and being innovative. I highly recommend that you choose any of the STEM programs. It helps you intellectually, it helps you to
by an hour or two. It should be done to these sessions.
I am Jessica Dankwa. I attended Infantiman Girls High School. I completed in 2013. From there, I proceeded to study chemical engineering. In 2018, I enrolled at the University of Mines and Technology, where I pursued an MPhil in minerals engineering. I currently work as a metallurgist at Abosu Goldfields Limited. As a metallurgist at Goldfields, we are in charge of the day-to-day checking of parameters to ensure that we are always within the set limits to ensure optimum recovery at the mine. I've always been fascinated about how things work, how we can have processes that can turn raw materials into valuable products. What further motivated me or inspired me were some remarkable individuals in the industry, like Dr. Catherine Cooper Kuto, Dr. Emmanuel Bewa, Professor J.L. Dankwa. These individuals showed me how powerful and rewarding it can be to pursue
Well, let us share please.
Hello, good morning. All right. Thank you so much. I would want to welcome everyone to this session, and especially to the University of Mines and Technology. To begin with, I am going to share with you our pre-engineering program, and by the end, each and every one of us here will take one or two from the program. And I believe that that would be a sort of inspiration for you to continue with this program. So my name is Albert Buabin, the coordinator for the pre-engineering program here at the University of Mines and Technology. And I am honored to present on the pre-engineering program here at UMatt, where we see this program as a bridging initiative designed to help non-science students transition successfully into the field of engineering. I am going to keep this presentation very short, but to do that, this is how I am going to walk you through the presentation. We are going to begin with an overview of the entire program, look at the various engineering programs here at UMatt that graduates from the pre-engineering can transition into, explore how students from the pre-engineering program integrate into the mainstream engineering programs, examine the program structure, as well as some quality assurance issues that are related to the program. Then finally, we are going to highlight on industry involvement. Then based on that, we get to conclude. So as we all know, and even from the videos that you were watching prior to my presentation, STEM is no longer optional. It is basically embedded in almost every industry today, be it mining, petroleum, ICT, transport, manufacturing, health, just to mention a few. And these industries that I just mentioned are particularly interested in a critical skill, which they will require all of their employees to have, which is the critical thinking. And with this critical thinking, students or employees are able to reason whenever there's a problem. They are able to analyze, and based on this analysis that they do, they're able to make informed decisions, evaluate their decisions, and based on that, they are able to tactically resolve these problems. So these skills are indeed valuable for any graduate that would want to work in any modern industry. And for this, any graduates with these skills are highly employable anywhere you find yourself. And when it comes to the study of STEM, these graduates are versatile. They can work as engineers, programmers, data scientists, and many more. And especially when it comes to Ghana, where we are now thinking of industrializing our economy, STEM would play a critical role to this industrialization drive. Now, how does the pre-engineering come in? Because we are now aiming to industrialize our economy, the Ministry of Education, which happens to be the ministry responsible for producing the needed human power to man this industrialization drive, as part of its strategic plan, targeted 60% enrollment of students into tertiary programs at the tertiary level. But if we could turn back to our senior high schools, it was realized that only 10% of such students are into science programs. And these are the students that would qualify for STEM-related programs at the tertiary level. So this would mean that to achieve that targeted 60%, there will be the need to bridge that gap. And for that reason, the Ministry of Education launched the Arts to Engineering program in January 2022. And this program was designed to bridge this gap, where in this case, it gives non-science students a pathway to engineering. And for this program, what we intend to do is that the courses or the subject that anyone would require to be admitted into STEM programs at the tertiary level, we are basically going to train you in that. And basically, that is the essence of it. And one thing about this program is that technically, we've realized that when it comes to STEM as well as engineering, the participation of female is kind of very low. But with the introduction of the pre-engineering program, where we get to convert art students into engineering, we've realized that the female population is kind of also increasing towards the engineering discipline. So with this overview, UMAT was one of the institutions that was granted the approval to conduct this pre-engineering program. And in UMAT, we have adopted the competency-based training to equip non-science students with courses such as elective mathematics, chemistry, physics, engineering foundations, as well as other programs that we are going to share with you shortly. And this program and these selected courses has been designed such that at the end, you would meet the entry requirement needed to undertake any engineering program here at UMAT. So with this program, this is the course outline. The program is a one-year program broken down into 2 semesters. For the first semester, you'll be taking these 4 courses. That is Mathematics 1, Chemistry 1, Physics 1. And in order to ensure that you really dive into this field of engineering, we've introduced one course, which is the Fundamentals of Engineering. And for the second semester, you'll be going through Mathematics 2, Physics 2, Fundamentals of Engineering 2. And in addition to these 3, the students would also have the option to select any one of the additional courses, which we've placed asterisks on them. And these courses would be selected based on the program that you would want to pursue at the BSc level. What makes our program interesting is that 1, Students have access to all of our laboratories. So when it comes to any lab work, lab session, students have that opportunity to visit any of our laboratories. And by so doing, we get to expose them to real-world engineering environment. In addition to these lab sessions and all, students are also enrolled in the weekly skill training program, which is being led by professionals and artisans out there within the industry. And what these students would do is that they will be mentored by these professionals, and they are going to train them in their various fields of engineering that they have at their disposal. And of course, as students, when you are done, you are going to submit a weekly report. And based on this weekly report, you are going to compile everything as a well-written technical report at the end of the program. And this basically would document your experience that you had during the program in terms of the skills training. In addition, field trips are also being organized to enhance the educational experience of students, which would provide them with the opportunity to learn outside the classroom. So these are short from when we visited the engineering wing of the Ghana Air Force Base. We also visited the Ghana Railway Company that is based in Sekondi, Takoradi. And this skills training, together with the informative and eye-opening field trip experiences, they are being designed to give students the chance to creatively think about ideas and solutions to problems from a different perspective. And these experiences would build this critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity, which basically are qualities that every engineer would need. Now, with this information, how do one get admitted into the pre-engineering program? The pre-engineering program here at UMatt is for only non-science students. And talking about non-science students, we are talking about the general art, the business, the visual arts. And for those that went through WASI, we would expect the applicant to have credit passes, that is A1 to C6 in 3 elective subjects, together with the 3 core subjects. That is the English, mathematics, and that of the interscience. When it comes to the SSC applicants, the admission requirement basically is the same, just that in this case, we would want them to have credit passes A to D in their respective subjects. So remember, we need 3 core subjects and again, 3 elective. And provided you are a non-science student, you qualify to be admitted into this program. How do we deliver the pre-engineering program here at UMatt? This program is being delivered face-to-face to ensure that students fully participate in the content of the program. And as I said earlier, the program is for 1 year, which is made up of 2 semesters. So at the end of the program, any student who would get what we call a cumulative weighted average of 60 and above is deemed to have qualified and has successfully passed and completed the program. And this is the requirement for passing the pre-engineering program. So anyone who comes through the pre-engineering program, the person's target should be to get a CWA of 60 and above. And over the years, we've seen students even getting 90 and above. Okay, so that is the requirement for passing the program. And once you do achieve this CW of 60 and above, this student qualifies to be admitted into any of our programs, that is at the undergraduate level, provided that student has met the elective requirements. So if you will recall, when we were looking at the program outline, when it gets to the second semester, the student will register for 3 courses in addition to any other elective. That elective would determine the kind of programs that you are eligible to apply into. Okay, so all this would be discussed when you get admitted and you start a program. This would be discussed along the line. So after going through this program in passing, what are some of the programs that you qualify for? As I said earlier, you qualify to be admitted into any of our undergraduate programs, provided you have met the elective requirements. So some of these programs, we have the BSc, Chemical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Computer Science and Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering. We also have the Environmental and Safety Engineering, Geological Engineering, Geomatic Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Minerals Engineering, Mining Engineering, Natural Gas Engineering, Petroleum Engineering, which is strictly fee-paying. Let us take note of that. That is fee-paying program. We also have the Petroleum Geosciences and Engineering, Petroleum Refining and Petrochemical Engineering. We have the Renewable Energy Engineering, Robotics Engineering and Artificial Intelligence. We also have other diploma programs like the Electrical and Electronic Engineering. We have General Drilling, which is also strictly fee-paying. And we also have that of what? The Plant and Maintenance. Aside this, we also have other programs at our other campuses, such as civil engineering, and year in, year out, new programs are being introduced. Now, what would happen to someone who did not pass the pre-engineering program? And when I say did not pass the pre-engineering program, I'm referring to student 1 who did not meet the CWA pass mark or did not even complete the program at all. Now, for such students, we would advise them to apply into our non-core engineering programs just by looking at their strength, okay? So for such students, these students will normally we will recommend them to apply for programs such as the BSc Economics and Industrial Organization. We also have Information Systems and Technology. We have the Land Administration and Information Systems, Logistic and Transport Management. We have the BSc Mathematics. We have the Spatial Planning and that of what? The statistical data science. Okay, so these are non-core engineering that this category of students are normally being advised to pursue. When one completes the program, how do that person into the mainstream engineering? So any student who has passed this pre-engineering program, that is the person obtaining a CW of 60 and above, this student, as I said, qualified to be admitted into any of our undergraduate program, provided that elective requirement have been met. And the admission could be given to any of our campuses, whether Takwa campus or Esikado campus. So basically, when it comes to this transitioning, it is very seamless, okay? And all that these students would have to do is to now purchase the undergraduate form, and they are going to fill it, submit everything as they will usually do. But when it comes to the hard copies, they are going to print them and submit them to me, the coordinator. Then I'm going to compile all these forms, attach their CWAs, then forward to the admissions office for their consideration. And based on that information, the admissions office would also go through their admission process. So as part of running this program, there are also other items that we have to look at. How do we ensure quality in the delivery of our pre-engineering program? To start with, everything that we do is being regulated by an academic calendar, which specifies anything that we do in the course of the year. And again, to manage the timing and even the stress level of students, any lesson to be taken is being organized into a flexible timetable to ensure that we have the maximum contact hours as much as possible for our lessons, and again to some free spaces for students to rest up. Okay, and this has been designed such that we don't get to stress students so much. Okay, and as we saw from the course outline, the maximum number of courses that you'll be taking in a semester is 4, okay, which to me is very moderate. Again, as part of ensuring quality, our labs are well equipped with modern equipment for practical sessions, and our hands-on experience package for most of our lessons are there to ensure that we expose our students to technical, things, measurement tools, as well as engineering principles. We also have the student support and guidance units, and these are being set up to ensure that the students get the necessary support that they will need. So for starters, students will be assigned what we call academic tutors, and they will be responsible for monitoring and mentoring these students that we have. Again, they can advise them in terms of their career path that they would want to take. We also have the counseling service and units available to our students. If they would have 1 or 2 issues that they would want to talk about, they are always free to visit this unit for consultation. And when it comes to orientation, we normally have several orientations and seminars in the course of the year. All these are being done to prepare students for the rigorous term courses that lies ahead of them. Again, when it comes to our grading system, it is fair and transparent. That is to say that at the beginning of each course, the lecturer is going to tell you how the assessment is going to be. Again, when it comes to examination, it is something that as a university, we don't joke with at all. When it comes to the issues regarding examination malpractice and a whole lot, systems have been put in place to eradicate these things. All right. So for those of you that will be admitted into the program, all these things would be checked and will be monitored accordingly. When it comes to infrastructure and resources too, we have a classroom which is well equipped with all the ICT tools that we need for any effective lecture. We also have library services which is available to any pre-engineering campus as well as other students on campus. When it comes to power internet reliability too, that is something which is readily available. And all these have been done to ensure that you get to enjoy your university experience with the university. All right. In addition to, the program has linkages with several industries as well as artisanal partners where these students can embark on the earlier mentioned skills training, field work, or even for field visit. And some of these companies, we have the Garages Association, where our students will normally go on weekly basis to attend this skills training. We also have linkages with Ghana Railway Company, engineering wing at the Ghana Air Force Base, as well as other industries within our catchment area. And these partnerships enrich the training experience and exposes our students to real-world application. So basically, this is what I have on the pre-engineering program. And from the pre-engineering program, we would want to wish everyone a Merry Xmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very
So,
much.
Michael, I don't know whether you can
Thank
take
you.
over.
Thank you very much, Dr. Boabin, for that insightful presentation. Yes, so we will take other presenters before we begin the question time. So can you note your questions
Hello,
down?
Michael.
Hello, please, am I audible? Yes, so we will now invite Professor Clement Owusu, and he'll be taking us through the Faculty of Mining and Minerals Technology and Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, please.
Okay, so thank you very much, Michael. And then Doc, thanks for the good presentation. So I will go straight to the Faculty of Mining and Minerals Technology. So when it comes to the Faculty of Mining and Minerals Technology, we have two courses over here. We have the BSc in Mining Engineering and then BSc in Minerals Engineering. Now, when it comes to the Mining Engineering, over here, what we are focusing on is to look at how to extract our valuable minerals from the earth. Okay, so anything that is within the earth that is valuable, mining engineers are looking at the best practice, okay, the best way to get these minerals extracted. That is basically what the mining engineers or the mining engineering course is about. Now, if you are looking at areas where when you complete, you can find yourself working, then we can talk of the mining industry. Okay, you can find yourself working in the oil and gas industry. You can also be working at the Minerals Commission, EPA, in the military, and you can also become a lecturer like my good self. Okay, so that is when it comes to the mining engineering. Now, when it comes to minerals engineering, okay, what they also focus on is to look at the best way to recover these valuable minerals. As in, we are looking at extraction, how to separate these valuable minerals from the waste materials that comes with it. That is the focus of the BSc in minerals engineering. And so with this in mind, if you are looking at areas where you can also find yourself working, of course, mining industry is the first. You can also be working at the oil and gas. You can find yourself working in the cement industry, EPA, Minerals Commission, Valco, all those places. You can find yourself working over there. So that is all when it comes to the Faculty of Mining and Minerals Technology. Now, when we move on to the Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies, we have courses like the Geomatic Engineering, we have the Geological Engineering, We have the environmental and safety engineering. We have the land administration and information systems. Then we have the spatial planning. Now, when you take something like the geomatic engineering, okay, typically over here, you're looking at surveying, okay. Here, they try to take you through the modern high-tech, okay, way of gathering information. You analyze it, you interpret it, okay, and you do so.
Hello, Prof. I
By,
think we are not hearing you now.
hello?
Yes, Prof. I think you're now audible.
Okay, but for the Faculty of Mining and Minerals Technology, that one is very clear. Is
Yes,
that okay?
please.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so with the Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies, we have the BSc in Geomatic Engineering. Okay, over here, you are simply looking at surveying. Okay, now you are applying science and technology. You are trying to use that to gather information, analyze it, and you do so, okay, to make sure everything is done perfectly. So if you are looking at becoming a geomatic engineer, then areas where you can work, of course, mining is the first place, okay? Mining industry. You can find yourself working in the construction firms. You can also be working in the oil industry. You can also be working at the EPA, and then you can also be working as the urban planner. Okay, that is when you decide to go for the geomatic engineering. Then we have the geological engineering. Over here, the idea is to educate you when it comes to the study of earth materials. So we are looking at our rocks, soil, water. Okay, that is what basically you are going to be studying. And I see people are still saying they can't hear me. Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So when it comes to the geological engineering, in terms of areas you can work, mining industry, you can also find yourself working in the oil and gas industry. You're working at the Ghana Geological Survey. You can also become a lecturer. Okay, that is if you decide to do geological engineering. Now, when it comes to environmental and then safety engineering, environmental and safety engineering. So you are looking at studying the environment, and then you also look at the safety aspects. Okay, so when you go through this particular course, we expect you to be an expert when it comes to environmental and then safety. And if you are looking at places you can find yourself working, again, you can be working in the mining industry, the oil and gas industry. You can be working at EPA, Minerals Commission. Okay, these are places that you can find yourself working. Then we also have the spatial planning, BSc spatial planning. Okay, now over here, you are going to be focusing on organizing and regulating the use of land, resources, okay, in a sustainable manner. That is what the course is all about. You are going to be looking at regulating the use of land resources in a sustainable manner. And when you are done with this particular course, you can also be working in the mining industry, the oil and gas, the construction firms, the national highways. You can find yourself also working over there. Then we have the land administration and then information systems. Okay. Here, you are going to be taking through series of programs so you master, okay, when it comes to management of land rights, land use, and then land value. And you do so by going through information systems. And when you are done with this particular course as well, You can find yourself working at the land registry, or you can become the cadastral officer. You can also look at it as in becoming evaluation officer, land use planner, and then land surveyor. We have a lot of places or areas you can find yourself working. Then the last one would be the general drilling, diploma in general drilling. Okay, the name is drilling. So here we are trying to take you through anything that has to do with drilling. Okay, anything that has to do with drilling. We equip you when it comes to drilling. And so once you go through this particular course, you can find yourself working in the mining industry, you can find yourself working in the oil and gas industry. Okay, anywhere drilling is done, we expect you to be an expert to work in those particular areas. So that is all I have to say for now. If there are questions, we'll address them as and when they come up. Thank you, Michael.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Clement Owusu, for that insightful presentation. We'll now take a presentation from the School of Petroleum Studies. We have Dr. Esther Owusu-Boateng, who will take us through the programs at the School of Petroleum Studies. Doc, please, you can take over.
Thank you very much, Ms. Michael. And once again, Merry Christmas to all. To take over from where Prof left off, we at the School of Petroleum Studies engage in the courses as listed below. So the School of Petroleum Studies, as existing now, has a building that has been donated to it from the Ghana National Petroleum Commission. And I always brag about it because it's one of the nicest. We run programs that include petroleum engineering, BSc Petroleum Engineering, which is strictly, as mentioned, fee-paying, BSc Natural Gas Engineering, BSc Petroleum Refining and Petrochemical Engineering, the BSc Petroleum Geoscience and Engineering, and then the BSc Chemical Engineering. So all these courses have their benefits, and if those who joined earlier, you would hear from students giving witnesses that these courses have put them in various positions in the country and even outside the country. BSc Petroleum Geoscience and Engineering deals with the exploration using petrophysical, petrochemical, and other means to get resources that are within the earth, especially related to oil and gas. Then the petroleum engineers do the drilling and then the exploitation of these resources. Natural gas engineering deals with the natural gas resources that are within the earth, whilst petroleum refining and petrochemical engineering does the refining methods, bringing out the economic value of the resources. Chemical engineering spans across all industries, as it involves chemical processing, design of process, anything that involves processing something from, whether it's food, from one stage to another, chemical is there. So the courses would benefit you as petroleum engineering. As a petroleum engineer, places you can work include Schlumberger, Halliburton, and even the Ghana National Petroleum Commission. You can work onshore, offshore, on the sea, wherever the call is, in drilling and exploiting this oil and gas. Whilst when you join natural gas engineering, you know of the new Etuabo gas plant that is in Ghana, Ghana Gas. You can enjoy your life there. You can also be found anywhere in the petroleum industry, because these courses are not narrowly centered on just one thing. We broadly teach you geology. We teach you every other subject that will benefit your future. When it comes to petroleum refining and petrochemical engineering, you are blessed to work in Tar, Bost, all the chemical related companies or petrochemical related companies that helps in refining oil and gas for our country. Petroleum geoscience and engineering, you are blessed to understand the geology that comes with the study of the rocks. And from the sciences that you acquire, you can work with the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation. You can work with the ministries. You can even work with the bank. With all these courses, you are also allowed to work with the banks and every other organization that needs the expertise of these courses. For BSc Chemical Engineering, you can work with the food processing companies. You can work with the chemical processing companies that deals with oil and gas, producing our lubricants, every other important material that comes with oil. So these courses are very beneficial. We have in our School of Petroleum Studies, we have well-equipped labs. Lecturers are very friendly and ready to receive you any day, anytime. We have computer labs, and then we aid all our teachings with AI that enables you to compete worldwide. So you are always welcome. Thank you very much for the opportunity to present on these courses.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Esther Usubuating, for taking us through the School of Petroleum Studies, BSc Petroleum, up to the chemical engineering. Yes, so we take a presentation from the Faculty of Engineering and the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences. So we invite Professor Solomon Lunu, and will be taking us through that faculty. Prof, please, you can unmute and take us through. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm grateful for the opportunity to speak at this session. So when it comes to the Faculty of Engineering, the faculty runs a number of BSc programs and then diploma programs as well. So we have the mechanical, electrical, renewable, and then telecommunications engineering. You know, when we come to any kind of industry, whether it's the mining, the petroleum, the beverage industry, you name it, is the construction sector or wherever you are looking at, it's important that we do have structures there. And that is where the mechanical engineer comes in. So whether it's the plant where they are doing processing of water or processing of soft drinks or whatever that we are doing, the plant side requires us to set this plant up. So that's where the mechanical engineer will come in. So the structural side is there. The aspect of the engines are there. The materials that are used for making these plants are also there. So all of these come together for us to talk about mechanical engineering. So persons who may show interest in such areas would then be able to go into this important area. In our world today, it's said that electrical power actually determines how industrialized a particular country is. So for you to have any industry, you need to power the industry with electricity. So anywhere that human beings are working, there's the need for electricity there. So all the sectors of the economy you can think about, even at the farm, we need electricity to use there. So that is what we do at the Department of Electrical Engineering. And the department has a number of specializations. The traditional power engineering is there. We also do have automation engineering as being part of the particular area. And then you can also have the telecommunications also being an aspect of electrical engineering. So all of these are very important aspects. And then renewable engineering, you know, in this era of sustainability, and we're talking about having sustainable cities and sustainable industries, it means that we need to start moving away from fossil fuels, which are finite and will run out, so that we start using infinite resources like the wind power, tidal waves, solar energy, and so on. So this is where renewable energy comes into play. So renewable, basically, when you go into the structure of how renewable energy engineering is, it's like a fusion of electrical and mechanical engineering to make up this particular program. So you'll notice that students who participate in this program oftentimes do take a lot of courses with the electrical engineering students as well as the mechanical engineering students. And the new kid on the block that we have is the telecommunications engineering. The telecom sector is one vibrant area that is seeing a lot of growth and lots of changes do come in annually. So this particular program also has been structured to help address this particular side of communication. So anything communication, then telecommunications engineering is the way for you to go. And in terms of the sectors of the economy where persons who take this program will operate, it also is very, very diverse. Any aspect, whether it's the mining, the traditional industries that you know of, petroleum and so on, all of these places we require to have the telecommunications engineer there. Of course, there are those like me also who may end up in academia doing the research and the rest. If you take any of these 4-degree programs that you have here, it also gives you the foundation to be able to prepare for postgraduate studies in future, to do whatever your interest is. And then we also have the diploma program. Earlier on, when Dr. Boabin was talking, he spoke about those who don't make the cutoff. Some of them do go into the non-core engineering areas. There are some also who do have interest in the mechanical and electrical, but they don't make the cutoff right away. So those ones also sometimes come in to take this program. That's the diploma in plant and maintenance engineering, and then also the diploma in electrical and electronic engineering. So you take any of these two if your interest is in either electrical engineering or mechanical engineering. So mechanical engineering can come for the diploma in plant and maintenance engineering, which is a 2-year program. And then when they finish, they can then do the top up for them to get the degrees. And then also we do have the electrical diploma in electrical engineering. I think that one is quite straightforward. Again, it's a 2-year program. And once you complete, you can go ahead and do the top up, which is going to be a 3-year. So all in all, it becomes a 5-year program for you to complete. So this is where we stand with this. Additionally, we also do have the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences. For the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences, here we run 6 programs in all. We have mathematics, BSc mathematics, then we have computer science and engineering, statistical data science, cybersecurity, information systems and technology, and then the last one is the robotics engineering and artificial intelligence. Mathematics, yes, may look like a non-core engineering program, but if you look at the kind of foundation you build when you are taking a course in the mathematics, so when you take that program, it gives you a solid foundation for you to easily transition into the engineering aspects. And I've seen a lot of mathematics graduates who have gone ahead to then go and read masters and PhD in areas that previously were the preserve of the engineering students. So it's also an area that you can consider. But if what you have already read mathematics at the secondary school level, that's at the senior high school level, without all you need is elective mathematics plus 2 other courses, and you are qualified. So for those who have interest in finally going into mathematics and they have already read the mathematics, all they need is to apply directly into the program and then they can gain admission. Of course, there are those also who don't have the mathematical background at all. For those people, it's important that they take the pre-engineering program before going here, because that will give them a solid foundation for them to easily transition into the area. Then we have the computer science and engineering, which is a combination of the software aspect of engineering and then the hardware aspect as well. So for the software aspect, which is computer science, and you generally see them around the country, and the hardware aspect, which is the computer engineering, again, you see that program also around the country. So here at UMass, we have it as a double degree. So it's like you are taking two programs at a time. And it's very, very good also for you to consider. Persons who take this program also will find jobs in all sectors of the economy. Everywhere where we need a computer, you need a person like that, writing the softwares, fixing the networking issues, the hardware challenges, and the rest, and also setting up and building their own computers as well. You come into this program, trust me, you will learn how to design your own operating systems. You will learn how to build your own computers. So it's a hands-on program for one to go into. Data is all around us today, and we have so much data that we need to make sense of. That is where statistical data science come into play. So with this program, you are able to look at all aspects of trying to make sense out of large data that have been given to you. So be it that you are working in a supermarket or maybe an insurance industry, the banking sector, or anywhere. Like I'm here working with the admissions committee, making sense of the data and trying to know what to do at every point in time. With knowledge in statistical data science, we are able to come up with the right decisions and make meaning of the data before us. So how much should we charge for insurance? How much should we charge in terms of the interest rates? When it comes to inflation, what is the trend going like? Do we continue to use the basis that we are using? With statistical data science, it gives you a solid foundation for you to do that. In recent times, we've noticed that lots of the mining companies around us are coming in for our data scientists. And we notice this because that they are having so much data they've gathered for decades. And they are having a lot of stockpile in terms of spent ore, trying to make sense of the data there for them to see, do we still need to continue mining or we should just process the existing waste material that we are having? Interestingly, it has come to show that the work of these data scientists have pointed towards them going back to the waste material and processing them. So it's a nice area that you can work, you can go into, and that will help you to know how to manage data adequately. And then we also have the
Hello,
cybersecurity.
Prof. I think
Yes,
your
please.
line is very bad.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So when it comes to cybersecurity, cybersecurity is also another area that is about protection of our computing infrastructure. So making sure that we don't get attacks and the rest, cybersecurity plays a good role for us. So this also finds us they find employment in all aspects of the economy. The security agencies come into play and so on. The mining sector, petroleum sector, insurance, the banking sector, you name it, all of these places, you're required to have cybersecurity experts who will help to design the needed firewalls and also design the needed infrastructure to protect the systems from external aggression. So that is where the cybersecurity guys also come in. Then we also have the information systems and technology. So this is also more of a software program that focuses more on trying to make use of information available to us. So the all the industries we have been talking about, all of these places also we are using these information systems technologists there as well. And the last one, which is the newest program in the faculty, it's robotics engineering and artificial intelligence. It's one program that it's about to start, and already the labs and the rest have been set up ready for us to start with the implementation. So robotics is all about automation. It's all about trying to design systems and infrastructure that would be able to mimic human intelligence. So with this, robotics engineering and artificial intelligence helps us to do that. So if it's about automating what is going on in the maybe a factory at the mine site, that's the plant, and so on. You'll notice that all of these programs are very important for us to go into. So anything that will help you to automate your systems with knowledge in robotics engineering and artificial intelligence, you would be able to do that as well. So yes, by way of the exposition, this is basically what is going on in these two faculties. But Michael, before I hand over, there's a third one at Escado. And all of these programs that we are mentioning in FOE and as the Faculty of Engineering and Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences, as well as the Faculty of is it Geosciences, FGs.
Yes.
So the Geosciences and Environmental Studies, all the things that go on there, they also happen at the Escado school as well. We call it the School of Railway and Infrastructure Development. In fact, the university runs two campuses. We have the Tapa campus and then the Escado campus. And all the programs you had at the Faculty of Geosciences and Environmental Studies, they do run at the School of Railway and Infrastructure Development as well. So we have the geomatic engineering, geological engineering. We do have also the environmental and safety engineering. And then the Faculty of Engineering programs at the place we are having the mechanical engineering, and then we also do have the electrical and electronic engineering. And then the programs at FCAMS that run there as well, we have the computer science and engineering. So it means that if you gain admission and you complete your pre-engineering program, it's possible you are going to be placed either on the Takwa campus or at the Escado campus. Other programs there as well include the civil engineering. We also have the mathematics with finance, and then we also have data science, and then we have transport planning and management. And then the two diploma programs there, we are having the diploma in plant and maintenance engineering, and then the diploma in electrical and electronic engineering. So these are the programs that run there as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for taking us through these three faculties and schools: the Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Computing and Mathematical Sciences, and the School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. As Prof said, there's one unique thing about the School of Railway and Infrastructure Development. We have some of the programs there, but we also have a unique program like the Transport Planning and Management, Data Science and Analytics, as well as the Civil Engineering. This is a unique program. We don't have it at Takwa campus. We have it only at Takwa campus, which is the Cicado School of Railways and Infrastructure Development. Okay, so these are basically the programs and faculties we have in our university. We now open the floor for questions. If
Okay, then before you start with the questions, let me answer a few of the questions they have put up in the comments section.
okay.
Okay, so the one I saw coming up over and over and over is the program open to science students? The answer is no. The program is open to non-science students so that they can get a chance to read engineering programs. So if you already read science at the secondary school, you already have your foundation. So you come in straight. It is not a remedial program. So if you are having any of that challenge where you are getting plenty D7 and the rest, I saw somebody asking about that. If you have D7, can you enroll? No, you don't enroll with D7. It should be normal passes like you are entering the university. And in fact, we do get a lot of students who are having single digits. They could have gone to the law school with their grades that they are having, or any of the fancy programs you can think about. they could have enrolled into them. But because probably they didn't have the right orientation before going to the high school, it's important that they come and enroll into this program to give them the needed foundation for them to now come into the sciences. So you need to know the distinction. The target is for non-science students. So if you read business, general arts, and so on, those are the people that the target is. You read visual arts, business, general arts. Basically, these are the targets persons that we are looking at. So please, for emphasis, the program is for non-science students. So if you are a science student and you apply, trust me, you wouldn't gain admission. So it's important that you keep this particular one in mind. So science students cannot apply. So always keep that in mind. Technical persons are mostly considered as science students. So if you have studied mechanical at the technical institutes, your path is within the sciences. So normally the entry requirements, we are looking at physics, mathematics, plus one technical subject that you took at that level. So if it is metal work, if it is applied electricity, applied electronics, whatever the other one is, then you can use it to go. If you rather read this particular one, the CT vet programs, then that one you come into our diploma program. So that also you don't come for us to engineering because you are a technical person, you are not an arts. The program is fashioned to help those in the arts for them to come into the engineering so that we will be able to address the statistics that Dr. Boabin was talking about, that too many of Ghanaians are into the arts and it's not helping the country to develop. We need to accelerate, and that means we need to get more technical persons. That is where people like you who read the arts come into play so that you can get the needed foundation to be able to do it. So yes, I've addressed the KCAM issue. Then another one is asking the forms. Do we post the forms to the administration block? I think that one, Mr. Kumsin will answer that particular question for you. And the pass mark is 60. So 60 is the pass mark for you to enroll into any of the programs. But of course, because the requests for people who want to enroll into certain programs are high, let's say extremely high. So this year, I think 85 and also and above were the ones who were being sent into that particular program, mining engineering. So you need to have made grades within that space for you to make it. So basically, I think that is it. I think there's one more question down here. So if you have applied for an engineering program and you don't have the science background, it means that you are not going to be offered admission into the program. Typically, you see us offering you admission into a non-science program. If your target is to read the arts to engineering program, forms are still on sale and then we'll be concluding on the 31st of this month. So that between 2nd and then admitted persons for the pre-engineering program. So if you've not bought the forms for that, apply. Um, For the person who CAM or TTI or ATI, if you have already read that one, there's a clear path for you. You can come into the straight away, come for the degree if you did take the WASI SSS. But if you took the CT VET, then you come in for the diploma program. As to us admitting you for pre-engineering program, as at now, no. Unless there's evidence that the foundation is a problem, then we can take a look at that. I think that one, Michael, we can have a look at that and then we take a firm decision on it before admissions go out. We may have to look at your subjects you took, the elective maths and the rest. Are they deficient? If they are, then we can consider you. But if they are not, then it will be difficult to admit you there because you can go straight into the degree program. Why come to a non-degree? You'll be disenfranchising those who the program was designed for. So we'll encourage you to rather apply for the degree program if you already have the WASI. But if you don't have, then you can be at this place and then we consider you. Application forms are out. We are selling. Deadline for application is 31st December. As I mentioned, between 2nd and then 8th of January, the admission list will come out. The list of admitted persons will come out so that you can come to school. Reopening dates, Dr. Boadini will make that one available. Typically, you start in the first week of February. So once we are all settled, then we'll bring out the admission letter on when you are reporting to school and the rest. Remember that the Arts to Engineering students don't work with the normal calendar that we use. They don't work with the normal calendar of the degree students. Theirs is different. It's a pre-university program. Pre-university means you are not part of the normal university stream where you do matriculation and all of those things. No. So this one, the target is different. Mr. Kumsin, I think I've been able to run through all the questions. So you can go ahead. Those who read home economics, please, you can apply. Those who read home economics, please, you can apply.
Okay, thank you, Prof. I mean, most of the questions, even on YouTube, are also centering on the when will admissions be out, technically about it. When will admissions be out? Home econs, can I apply? Yeah, so I believe Prof has answered your questions for you. Okay, so those who are joining through Zoom, I can see, please, the names you are using, I don't know how to mention them. So I can see Rhea. So kindly unmute and ask your question. Rhea, please unmute and ask your question. Please ask your question.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon. So please,
Yes,
I
good
think my questions has been answered. I was the one asking about if in home economics students can apply, and I also wanted to know if when admissions will be asked. But I think all my questions have been answered. Thank you.
Thank you too. Please mute yourself back. This name, this cohorts. Yeah. Please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted
Please
to
mention your name. Let us hear you.
Cohort.
Your name. Cohort. Okay, thank you. Please ask the question.
When you were speaking about the grading sector, when you get about the 16% pass, said you buy forms to apply.
Please kindly increase your volume for us so that I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay, I said you spoke about the percentage pass. So if the 60% is the percentage pass, then you said you buy to reapply for the actual course we were planning on offering. So I wanted to ask, you said something about me directly bringing it. So how many times can I bring that kind if I pass and I have the 60% pass and I apply this year and I want to change my course? Can I reapply next year with the same percentage pass from the pre-engineering?
So if I'm getting clearly, it's like you had 60 in the course of the pre-engineering, and you
Yeah.
got gained the admission. But the next year you also want to reapply another program.
Yes.
Is that a question?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Noted. I can see, please mute yourself back. I can see Kezia. Kezia, please unmute and ask your question. Kezia. Kezia, please unmute and ask your question. Okay, so let's go to Nana Apena. Please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, sir, good afternoon. So I wanted to know if I made a mistake when I was filling the forms with my name and date of birth. And when I realized the forms was already verified. So I wanted to know if I could change it when I get there.
Okay. So you made a mistake. Okay, so let me answer you straight. So the name, is it that it is different from the one which is verified? Is it the same name? Or is it both the name and the date of birth? Nana Abena,
Sir,
yes, please clarify the mistake.
sir, please. The Abna, the last A, my laptop was worrying me, so it appeared E. And my date of birth is 18 July, not December 7th.
Yes, so when you were verifying it at the other section, like when you were inputting, you inputted the wrong one. But when you verify it doesn't tally. Is that the issue?
Come again.
When you are supposed to input your date of birth, your name first.
Yes.
But after you are done with that, you go to the down section and you need to verify your results. So the verified result, are you tally with that one? Is it the mistake that when you were inputting, that's where you had the mistake, or the mistake in
Yes,
the verified?
that's where I had the mistake. They are filling the forms. That's where I had the mistake. But it's not on the results slip.
I will advise that if you can reapply, it is a new voucher and reapply to solve all these problems. I will advise that.
Sir, I did that, but they said it's already verified.
I'm talking about you purchasing a new voucher to reapply.
Really?
Yes, because once you are inputting, you have to check everything. I'm just giving that advice so that
Okay.
that issue of impersonation will not come in there. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
If I can add to that, if you don't do that within the system, the wrong information you've given makes it look, and it's going to appear as you are impersonating somebody, and you are not the same person.
Okay.
Yes, and that means that you will not even get the admission for you to come and correct it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
So
should
it means
reapply.
technically you are not the one who applied.
Okay.
Yeah, so from the system, you have impersonated somebody. And that is why he was suggesting that it's better you reapply and make sure you get the correct things done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like sometimes you see somebody will write, I was born on July 7th. But when he was entering, he would enter 7th June.
I wasn't even the one who filled the forms myself. I
Mm,
gave it to someone and I
I
sent my
understand.
details, but
Yeah.
Okay, please, we go to Judith.
okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I've already bought a phone for the previous.
Judith, please, we can't hear you.
Okay. I wanted to add that I've already bought the forms for the pre-engineering course. I'm an art student. I did geography and human. So I wanted to know whether I can apply for another forms. And that's my first question. And I also wanted to add that when we
Please,
the
hold on.
admission,
Hold on. The first question is, you want to find whether you can apply for another pre-engineering program or degree program.
another degree program because I
Degree
did
program.
maths
Okay.
and geography.
Okay. Kezia, I think I saw your hand up. Please unmute and ask your question.
Please, my question is, the application forms that we bought, will it be out for review if in case you want to do some changes? Maybe you want to change regular to distancing or something.
Okay. Please,
Will
if you've
there
asked your question.
be?
But let me find out, have you submitted it online?
Yes, please.
If you've submitted it, then you can't make any changes to it again.
Oh, okay.
If you have already submitted it, you can't make changes to it. Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Please, if you've asked your question, can you take off your hand so that you know those who are yet to ask their questions. Okay. I can see Miss Sewa. Please unmute and ask your question.
Okay, so my first question is, with the pre-engineering, after taking the pre-engineering class at
Hello.
UMass.
Hello.
Yeah,
Miss
hello.
Sewa. Yes, we can now hear
So
you.
my first question is, after taking the pre-engineering classes at UMass, can I apply to different schools? Then yeah, that's my first question. Then my second question is also about after, let's say, taking the pre-engineering, and let's say I choose to do electrical engineering, do I have the liberty to take other classes in, let's say, mechanical engineering or something like that? Can I take classes in other courses or programs?
The second question again, please.
Did you?
Okay. Please go over the second question.
Okay, my second question is, so after let's say I've taken the pre-engineering course, I've gotten admitted into electrical engineering, can I take classes in other programs? Let's say, like, I want to explore other programs too and take classes there. So can I also do that?
Okay, noted. Okay, so we'll take the last one, then we'll come back for another batch of questions. I can see Zoom user. We have about 2 Zoom users, so please unmute and ask the question. Zoom user, please ask your question.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, the name arrangement on the WASI certificate is different from the one you applied with. Is it going to affect the admission? Hello.
Name arrangement.
Yeah, the name arrangement, the surname, the middle name, and the other name.
So it doesn't follow the WASI own. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. So I think we have one asking about postage of forms, whether it will affect the admissions. You know, you are supposed to post your forms for pre-engineering. You're supposed to post your forms and their attachment to the university, to the deputy registrar, for them to student affairs, University of Mines. So kindly do that. We need those forms for our internal processes. So kindly do that. Since it is required, kindly make sure you handle it. Okay. I think the next person was asking about how many times can you use the pre-engineering results? So assuming maybe you completed pre-engineering last year, you are on a particular program for the first year, and you want to reuse the pre-engineering form for another admission for the same university or maybe a different program. Yeah, so for now, I think we've had experiences like that. People who completed pre-engineering the previous year, but they couldn't continue maybe because of financial something or like personal issues. So the coordinator got in touch, then their result were sent to us. Then we worked on them. So that is allowed, but you have to meet with the coordinator. Pretend you don't deal with the admissions of the street, you deal with the coordinator, or add your details to the list, forward it to us for consideration. So you can use it maybe assuming you are admitted for a program like renewable energy engineering. And next year you want to change to let's say statistical data science, you want to change to geological engineering, you reapply with the CWA. That doesn't mean you get it automatically, but based on competition, based on the competition if you get it, you can use it. So can you take notes? I think the next question was asking about you did general arts, you did elective maths and geography. And the other degree program the person can do. Yeah, so with elective maths, you can do finance and data science. You can do land administration and information systems. You can equally do data science and analytics. You can do mathematics. You can do ICT, information systems and technology. You can do cyber security. You can do land administration too. So you have about 7 or more programs that you can do with your elective math and geography combination. So as I said, spatial planning is there, land administration, information system is there, cyber security is there, information systems and technology, logistics and transport management, economics and industrial organization, finance and data science and analytics, mathematics, as well as statistical data science. So with that combination, you can do all these programs without even the pre-engineering. So techniques. Yeah, so the pre-engineering, I think someone was asking whether you can use the pre-engineering to apply to a different university. I think I'll leave that one to Dr. Albert Boabe. Doc, I'll leave that one to you so that if you have any comments on that, you can comment. But I'll move straight to arrangement of name, whether it will affect uh, your admission. If it's only the arrangement, then you don't have much problem. But you should have made sure that when you were inputting the names, it is in line with how you gave the names with when you do the right registration. So anytime you're doing any registration, make sure it conforms to that. Don't use any other name. Use the name that pertains to the right registration. For now, it will not affect much. For now, it will not affect much. But make sure your names tally with the ones from Warwick. Take note of that. Dr. Wabi, I think if you can comment on someone completing the pre-engineering wishing to apply to a different university. If Doc is not available, I think Prof. If you have any comments on that, you can comment.
Okay, yes. So officially, as I'm aware, pre-engineering program is offered by UMAT. Then we have Kumasi Technical University, and then we also have the Pentecost University. I know that normally those other universities do accept students from here. I've also heard of cases where some have traveled outside the country with their results as well. So yes, you can use it elsewhere. Other universities are now planning to come out with their own programs, but for now, the program is something that we use as our entry requirement here. It's only in some few instances you may see people using it outside UMAT. So Pentecost University and then Kumasi Technical University. And of course, we also have the students who travel abroad with their results. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. So you take the next set of questions. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I can.
somebody was, oh, let me then, if you are going for questions, there was the last question, the guy who asked about the whether he enrolls in electrical, he can take mechanical courses for his own enrichment. For every program that you enroll in, there are courses that you need to take. The courses you take are not only resident in your department. So let's take it for instance, I'm with the electrical department. For you to come out as a whole electrical engineer, you do take courses from um, minerals engineering department, mathematical sciences, computer science and engineering. You take courses from mechanical engineering, and which other place? I think these are the basic ones that you take all the time. Of course, management studies department, you take courses from there. From technical communication, I think you take about 3 courses or so. Basic French, you take basic French 1 and 2, you take technical or academic writing, and then you take communication skills. So there are so many courses that you are going to take from other faculties as well. Of course, if you have your own interest to take other courses from places not listed in your department, then in that case, you would have to make your own personal arrangement to take those courses. So that one is allowed, but you don't get credit for them. It's allowed, but you don't get credit for them. So you need to take notes of those arrangements. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. I can see Colin Smarty. Please unmute and ask your question.
Good afternoon. Please, I'm called Collins Marty. Actually, when you guys were talking, you were like, with the pre-engineering student, the pass mark is 60%. And hereby, in this case, when you get the pass mark, you are allowed to choose any engineering course of your choice. I got to hear that the engineering courses or program to have their cutoff point. So in this case, is the cutoff point going to affect with the pre-engineering student?
Okay, thank you. Well noted.
Yeah, so this is my question that I'm asking.
Okay, noted. Okay, I can see Collins Anoche. Please unmute and ask your question. We are taking about 6.
Please, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Collins.
Okay, so please, I'm not your Collins. So please, when Prof. Abed Boyne was speaking, he said something about the fee paying is compulsory for only pre-engineering students or compulsory for everyone who want to offer for petroleum engineering.
Okay, noted.
Okay.
Okay, I think Dr. Albert Wabe is here. Doc, please unmute and give your comments.
Yes, Michael, I was just trying to alert you that my microphone was muted and I can't unmute as a participant. So when you call my name, that is why you don't hear from me.
Okay, okay. I think you have any comments on the questions asked and put across.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Let me quickly touch on the question that came in as, can you apply to other universities using your pre-engineering certificate? Yeah, so Prof. Nunu touched on that, where we have some graduates from the pre-engineering using their pre-engineering results for other applications elsewhere. As we speak, we don't have a policy where students can use this pre-engineering results in universities internally. So at the moment, students from UMass cannot use the application for other universities like, let's say, Pentecost University or
I think
Kumasi Technical
your
University.
microphone,
But over the
you're
years,
having
we are
issues.
having that discussion where we could have this, extensive program where students from other universities could come in, as well as students from UMass also applying for other universities. But that discussion is still ongoing. So at the moment, internally or within the country, that is something that we are not doing yet. But with time, hoping that this discussion will be concluded. And that is what I can say for that part. When it comes to changing BSc programs in the middle of the way, you gave an answer to that. But before you come to the coordinator would want to ask reasons why you would want to swap your programs. And based on that reasoning, the coordinator can make that claim for you at the admissions committee. Then if there's a possibility of that working through, then of course, admissions can always be offered. So basically, that is what I have to say for now. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so note that you don't do change of program. Once you've been admitted to a particular program, that is what you are doing throughout. So then maybe after you are admitted to see that throughout. Unless you find the program and you reapply. So that you start from first year, following the same procedure again. But you can't swap, let's say, this is first year, you're doing mechanical, you do electrical, no. That will not be taken. Okay, so you continue with the questions. I think I can see Joseph also. Please unmute and ask a question.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. I bought the e-voucher online
Okay.
and trying to fill the. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello, yeah. I said I bought my phone, the e-voucher online, and trying to fill the forms. When I try to upload the photo, I see request field with status code 500. I don't know if because I bought it online. That is why.
Okay. Please, when is the latest time you did that application? Is it quite recent?
Yeah, 2 days today. I bought it last about 2 weeks time.
So that issue is still pending, right?
Yes, it keeps pending.
Okay. Okay. The issue will addressed. Okay, Ishmael, I can see you. Please unmute and ask your question. Ishmael, yes.
Please, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Please, I wanted to ask, earlier on I bought the undergraduate program of which I applied to study computer science and engineering, yet I'm a general art student. And I wanted to know if with this pre-engineering course, I can just make the changes in the previous application and not to buy new ones, or yet I just have to ignore the previous one and buy new.
Please clarify your question. I think I lost you on.
I said I have applied for an undergraduate program in computer science and engineering, and I'm a general art student. And
Okay.
of the information you've taken us through means I'm not going to get the admission, and I want to know if with that previous application, which is the undergraduate program, I can just make the changes to it to do the pre-engineering, or I have to leave that one aside and buy the pre-engineering form on it one.
Yes, I think I'll advise that you reapply for the pre-engineering. So what you just said, you will not qualify for the computer science. You need physics, you need elective math, you need chemistry or elective ICT. So once you don't have that, you will not qualify. So the obvious is going to apply for the pre-engineering. So go and buy the form and do the application.
Okay, please.
Yes.
And then my second question. I had one lecture or our teachers telling us that the computer science and the engineering is two course combined. And I just want to know, are you going to study that within the 4 years, or since two subjects combined, the term of year will be extended?
Okay, noted. I think Prof is comment on that, but let me take other questions before you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I can see Sewa, you are back. Is it the first hand or another question?
Please, I'm asking a new question. I wanted to know, let's say I've completed my pre-engineering this year, and then because of some personal issues and then financial issues, I couldn't proceed the next year with my degree. Is the certificate still valid for a following year or any time that I want to proceed with my degree?
Okay, okay.
And the second one is I went to post my forms, but I forgot to sign, and then the name of collaborator too, I didn't sign. So do I have to repost or what?
Not sign the services are complete. So make sure you do what you are supposed to do.
Okay, so I have to repost it again.
Okay. Please, Jawad, please kindly make your questions brief and go straight to the point.
Please, good afternoon. My question is, with elective maths and geography, can't you offer geomatic engineering?
Okay. Okay. I can see Obi Erica.
Please, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please ask your
Please,
question.
Erica Obi. My question is, what happened for them to give someone PPE and others to regular? And the next one is, I got all the subjects, the electives, both the electives and the core, I got it correct. But only social.
Please, we are not hearing you well. Can you speak up a bit for us?
Please, my question is, what will happen for them to give someone fee paying and others to regular? Is it by academics or what? And the next question is that concerning our that we wrote, both the electives and core, I got everything right. Just the social, I got P8. So my question on that is, will I still get the admission?
Okay, okay.
And the third one is, I've tried countless times to log into Smart Portal to check my admission status. But anytime I check, they will say the link is unavailable. So my question on that is the link unavailable? Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I think I've seen Bastian. Yes. Please unmute and ask a question. We'll take two more, then you answer the questions. Yes. Bastian,
Okay,
please
sir.
ask.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah. Continue.
Okay. During the filling of my form, my WASI results had an omission of a name, but on my Ghana card, it's having the name on both my Ghana card and my birth certificate. But I have an affidavit which shows that this person is this. But during the filling of the form for the pre-engineering course, they were like, I can't use the other name because I have to use my WASI certificate. So I wanted to ask if do I have to go in for another form or I don't know. So what will I do?
Okay. Okay, I think you think the last person, Albi. Please unmute and ask your question.
So my question is, I filled the form. When I was filling it, my date of birth is 12, but it changed to 11 after reviewing the application. I went back and I changed it again, but yet still, it showed 11. So is it a glitch on your system or is it going to affect me? That's my question.
Okay. 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 So I'll answer these questions if there's still time for us to take another batch of questions. That's the last. So the first question was asking about, you said CWA is 60 cutoff, and you mentioned another cutoff for other programs. So with the cutoff affects the pre-engineering. Yes, so as Prof explained, for you to pass the pre-engineering, you should get a CW of 60.
Oui.
Hello. Yes. So for you to pass the pre-engineering, you get a CW of 60. WASI, for you to pass or for you to get credit, you should get at least what, C6. In the same way, so the minimum pass is 60. So after passing the 60, the program you are going to, the competition, that is in terms of competition, you are applying, another person also applying that same program. And the competition among you, the applicants, that will decide whether you get that first choice or you get a second choice or a third choice or a fourth. When you're applying for the BSc, you select 4 programs. So after you are done with your selections, Based on your performance, that is where the committee come in. Okay, your performance. The first choice, you qualify. The second choice, you qualify. The third choice. So the fourth choice. In the fourth choice, if you don't qualify for any, then the committee decide, okay, there are slots for a particular program. Let's give you the chance. If not, the non-engineering programs. But the idea is for you to do the engineering. So make sure you pass and pass. That's the main thing. You pass the pre-engineering and you pass it with flying colors. So the cutoff, the 60 is the minimum. You can do better. You can get 90. As Prof said, some you get 95, some have 85, 80, and so you can equally do so. The second person was also asking about fee paying for petroleum. The fee paying, whether it affects all pre-engineering for in terms of those who are choosing petroleum engineering. This petroleum engineering is a fee paying program. So whether you are applying to the pre-engineering route or you take science in the SS and the chemistry, once you are admitted to petroleum engineering, you are a fee paying student. So take note, it's not that it is only for pre-engineering people who are paying for petroleum engineering. It's for all applicants to petroleum engineering are paying. Okay. The next person was talking about the ICT, which is the picture upload, that is having difficulty uploading the picture. Yeah, so our IT team will address that issue. But if you have internet challenge, can you send an email to ict@umat.edu.gh, ict@umat.edu.gh, and give a summary of the issue you're having and add the reference number, some few details about you for your issue to be addressed. You can send that email ict@umat.edu.gh. Do that for us. Another person was asking about the duration for the computer science and engineering. And the person was asking this in relation to the fact that Prof said in other universities, computer science or computer engineering, but it's a blend. So since we are blending the two, does it mean the duration will go beyond the duration for all BSc programs in UMass is 4 years. So the computer science and engineering, you do it for 4 years. It's not that you do the computer science for 4 years and the computer engineering for 4 years, making it interest. No. Since one program, you do everything 4 years. So take note of that. Another person was asking about the pre-engineering certificate in terms of its validity, whether you can use it the next year, the third year, or the fourth year. As Dr. Boadi said, ideally, once you finish the pre-engineering, you are supposed to start the engineering the next year. But if there's a peculiar issue, you can contact them. Okay, this is the challenge you are having. So you want to, let's say, defer, maybe that word, defer admissions, or maybe you are not enrolling that year, you enroll the following year. You link up for the coordinator, then you will get the receipt, and the next year, you compile the list of students for consideration, your name will be added. The next person was asking about geometric engineering, EMAT and geography. Can you do geometric? You need physics. You will need physics to do geometric engineering. Yes, EMAT, geography, these two you have, but it's left one more elective, which is physics. And since you don't have that elective, you can't do geometric engineering. Since you don't have physics. Any of the engineering programs, so the fact you don't have physics and elective math, you can't do any of the engineering disciplines. So if you're general arts, you have elective math, you have geography, you have economics, government, you need to get physics in addition. They can enroll through the pre-engineering program, get the foundations right, then the next year can do the geometric engineering. Or you can go and rewrite the physics on as the best subject and apply straight to the BSc, not passing through the engineering. So these are the options available to general arts, so the elective math and geography. The other person was asking about the issue coming for the pre-engineering. So if you get at least what credits in English, math, and science, we are not considering social studies. So English, math, and science get between A1 to C6. That is the minimum. The minimum is C6. A1 to C6 in English, math, and science. Then 3 of your electives. So if you're a general arts student, your general arts elective, any 3 of it. If you're a business student, any 3 of the business. Visual arts, any 3. Home econs, the 3. So any 3. So you should get at least what? C6. You get at least what? C6. And that will assist you. The fact that we are stressing on the C6, that we when you get C6, 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 you get admission. You may get, but you know it's competitive. As assuming you're using 6 subjects. So someone get A1, A1, A1 throughout, making at the 6. And you have B2, 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 making 6 times 2, making 12. And you say you are saying that you are having C6. So you are targeting C6. So C6 times 6, making 36. And you are picking only 2. Can you really out the 6 and the 12 and come and pick the 36? No, in order of preference. So at the 6, at the 7, that's so we resolve the number that we want. So take note. Yeah, I think another person was also asking about what to make someone a fee paying and a regular. Almost all our programs are regular based. It is only petroleum engineering which is strictly fee paying. Petroleum engineering and diploma in general, these two are strictly fee paying. However, for all the regular programs, based on your performance, once you've met the minimum entry requirements, you can equally pass through a fee paying option. Okay, the quota for regular, once you've exhausted the regular, you may, okay, I want to choose this program based on my performance. I want to choose it at fee paying. That one too is allowed. So these are the basic rules or the background rules that we use. So fee paying, the programs that are study fee paying in the petroleum engineering and diploma in general. For all the other programs, you may choose it as fee paying or regular based on your performance and the vacancy available. So take note. And then there was a question, the name on Ghana card being different from the WIAC. So as a policy of the university, the name on the WIAC is what we use. The name on the WIAC certificate is what we use. So take note to abide by that. So make sure the name you are using aligns with the name that you provided to WIAC. So make sure, and that will help all of us. I think the last person was asking about the date of birth issue, which didn't, let's say, assuming the person input 12 December, I think some move it 11. I think this is news to us. However, please, we will let our IT team check it out. As I said, if you have a genuine issue, send an email to ict@nemat.edu and your concerns will be addressed. The last person that I remember asking a question asked about link unavailable. I don't know the admissions link, the portal for our application. Yes, the link is apply.umat.edu. Then you input your reference number and your PIN, and that will log you into the application portal. So do well to follow this step. Apply.umat.edu. That is the application link for all our admissions. Then you log in with your people and your reference number. I don't know, Prof, if maybe there is any addition to all these comments, but about there's any addition to this one to reflect on.
No, I think you've answered them perfectly from our end. Thank you.
Prof, I don't know if maybe there is any addition or something. Okay. Yes, I think we'll take the last questions. I can see Saint Charisma, Samuel, Samuel, and I can see MS Wana. I can see Princess of Say, Liz, and SDM. These are the last. Only ask a question. Let's start with MS. MS, wanna please ask a question? Or meet and ask a question. MS,
Hello.
please.
Hey, hello. Can you hear me, please? Hello.
Please go on.
Yes. So you have um elaborate to us about the extent of the program, which is 1 year, and it will be divided into two sections, of which you'll be learning four subjects: chemistry, physics, and elective math, and one other subject. So my question is, will this follow the um SHS academic curriculum, or we'll be having a different set of curriculum to which we'll be using to study this for a
Okay,
different
will this
subject?
follow?
Thank you.
That's the word you use. Will this follow what, please? MS,
Yeah, will it
please
follow
clarify your
the
question, please.
Yeah, I was asking whether it will follow the JHS academic calendar, this thing, JHS academic curriculum, or we'll be having a different curriculum we'll be using to study this for.
NS.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I was saying.
Can ask a question. Samuel Amapu, please unmute and ask a question.
Please, can you hear me? Please, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Please, I wanted to ask whether after applying for the pre-engineering, you print out the application form and submit it to the post office to be posted to you, Matt.
Okay. So, please, are you done with the questions?
Yes, please.
Princess, I say, please unmute and ask a question.
Sir, please, good afternoon. Please, I would like to know if the pre-engineering admission list will be released in batches or it will be released only once. Hello.
Well noted.
Okay.
Okay. Please mute yourself. Yes. Saint Charisma, please unmute and ask a question.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, please. I want to ask about accommodation. How is the accommodation going to be for us, the arts to engineering students?
Okay. Well noted. FDN, please ask a question.
I wanted to ask, the first question is, I want insight with the fee paying in the regular. I have some small understanding, but I want. And the second question is, if we are going to be learning few books for within that period, for example, the chemistry, will it be the same similar chemistry the SS contain, like the same, or the school has its own some kind of designed as a chemistry book different from the normal ones that we know, just like the mass and co. I wanted to know whether it's the same like the SS or there's kind different. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I think Dr. Wabin will handle that for us. Okay. So, Dr. Wabin, if you're online, please, I think someone was asking about the curriculum. I think the 4 courses for the first semester, whether it's the same curriculum we are using or it's a different curriculum. And this question,
Yes.
chemistry, is it
All
the
right.
same
Thank
like
you so much, Michael. Yes. So when it comes to our curriculum, it is a modified version of what is being used at SHS. And if you will look at SHS, remember they are doing it for 3 years. But in UMAT, we are compressing everything to 1 year. So what we do is to look within the curriculum for SHS and select the subjects that are relevant to our engineering programs. So all this would be compressed and will be done in a year. And this also would tie in with, I think, FBN's question, where he had wanted to know whether we are going to select just a few courses and that. So basically, that is what we do. We look through the SHS curriculum, look at the subjects that are relevant to our engineering programs, and that is what we are going to train our students on. So when it comes to chemistry, it is still going to be your SHS chemistry, just that we've selected subjects that are relevant for our engineering programs. And I think basically that would answer that question. And also, one student asked whether their results will be displayed or shown to them before the BSc application. And yes, that is exactly so. As a matter of fact, your results and even your performance will be shown to you at the end of every semester. So the 4 courses that you take in semester 1, once your results have been approved by the board, it will be uploaded to your portals for you to have a look at it even before you report for the second semester. And when the second semester 2 is done, your results will be shown to you even before you'll be given the go-ahead to now apply into the BSc. So, Michael, I believe this answer the questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So I think another person was asking about, okay, I think you've answered your side about accommodation. Yeah, so all students are offered accommodation, or for the pre-engineering, the university finds accommodation for you, whether hostels, or any, and you have to pay for the accommodation. However, if you also have your own accommodation arrangement, that one is also allowed. Yes. For accommodation, I think last year it was covering around 4,500, some are 5,000, some 6, some 7, depending on the one that you get. So that is it. I saw a comment that someone is asking, doesn't mean you gain admission. No, you not gain admission yet. This session is for you to have clear your doubts, clear the questions that you are having. So, prospective applicants, those who have applied, those who are yet to apply, all of you are on this platform. So, the fact that you are having this session doesn't mean you gain admission. It's for us to clarify some things to you, for you to have your questions answered. So that's the reason why you're having this session. So we can look at it. Someone was also asking about the application procedure. So you buy the voucher online or through the post office, Zenith Bank. We've seen that I think the online platform, some they didn't get it. So if you purchase it through the online platform and you didn't get your voucher, try and send an email to ict@umat.edu.gh. Add the number that you used for the purchase, the mobile number you used for the purchase, and the transaction ID or the order ID. Send it to ict@umat.edu.gh for it to be retrieved for you for your course, the key, and the reference number to be retrieved for you. ict@umat.edu.gh. Add your the mobile number you use for the purchase and the order ID, and the code should be sent to you for you to do the application. So once you apply online, you print it out, you print the form out, add the necessary document, the website, the documentation, the results list, then you post it. You keep a copy of the key and the reference, because when you get the admission, that is what you use to print your lectures. So try to take it. Another person also asking about people, clarity on people. So, any Ghanaian studying in a public university, you don't bear the full cost of the education. So you are the ones who refer as regular students. For pre-engineering, it's an access program. So you are not yet a university student yet, because you don't do matriculation. There's only when you pass the pre-engineering program and you go onto the main, that is where they classify you as a mathematical student of the university. So all your programs, the fees for the pre-engineering, I think last year you paid around 3,000 cedis for the entire 1 year. I think last 2 years it was the same 3,000 cedis. So this year the fees is likely to be around or something extra. It will be around 3,000 something extra. So for that one, just one category of fee. But it's only when you finish the pre-engineering and go into the BSc, that is where the fee paying and the regular stuff comes in. So take note of that. So once you go on to the main engineering programs, the diploma and the BSc, that is where I don't know whether it's the classification or the categories comes in. That is people. So take note. Some programs are fairly people. You pay for the full cost of the education. At regular, you pay just for some aspects of the education. So take note. Another person was asking about admission in batches. Yes, last year I think there was a first batch of admission for the pre-engineering, and there was a second. For now, it's not decided whether it will be in batches as in there will be a subsequent ones. So let's hope that all applicants get admission. That is the main thing. Whether it's in first batch, second batch, or third batch, the main thing is for the state admission. So let's hope that you get the admission. I think I can see a question by Richard Edibuan in the chat box. Please, will our admission list be part of the degree admitted names, or we will have a different name to search and know if you've been admitted? Secondly, will all be admitted on Tata campus, or that one will be decided by the admission team? Yes, so first one is the pre-engineering, you do it only in Tapa campus, which is for the 1 year program. It is only when you finish the 1 year program and are rolling into PhD or the diploma programs, that is where you can go to the Tapa campus or the Takwali campus. So take note for the pre-engineering, you solely in Tapa campus. So take note of that. The pre-engineering is solely for the Tapa campus. It is after the pre-engineering when you go rolling onto the BSc programs. That is so you can go to the Faculty campus or the Faculty campus for 6 months. Yeah, so the list will be like the same with the BSc and the diploma. So the same portal that you saw the list there. Once the list is released, you see the news on that same platform, admission list. When you go to apply.umat.edu.gh, apply.umat.edu.gh, there's admission list. You click on admission list and the list will show. So it's the same list. So click on it. Bernice is asking a question. Can an asked student with elective courses, previously elective math, economics, and study BSc without going through arts? Yes. I think it's similar to the question asked earlier about elective math and geography. Yeah, so there are a lot of programs you can do without even passing to the engineering or the arts. You can do land administration, you can do cyber security, information systems and technology, data science and analytics, mathematics, software data science, logistics and transport, spatial planning, economics and industrial. These are programs you can do without passing to the arts as an arts sort of techniques. Please, after filling the application, are you required to send it to the post office? Yes, you're supposed to post it. Then just sign and post. There should be a collaborator who will sign it and also post. After signing, you post it. Okay. I completed this year, but my admission portal is still on the preview. Please check it where you've not completed the application. Check it. You know, once you've done the application, you're supposed to print a copy of the printout. You have to submit it online first. If you don't submit it online, you've not completed it. So take note, you have to complete it by submitting online. Then you print it out, and then you sign the relevant portions, then you post it to the university. So take notes. Okay. I think there are some questions too on the YouTube. Please say, I studied electrical at SHS, but had B7 in maths. Yes, I don't know the math, is it the core math or the elective maths? If it is core maths, then you will not qualify for the pre-engineering. If it is core maths, then you will not qualify for the pre-engineering program because you need to be at least C6. You need to be at least C6 to qualify for the pre-engineering. You need to be at least C6. So take notes. When will admission be out? As Prof said, from 2nd January 2 to 8, you should expect admission out then. Someone said, please, when I went to post office, the form, they just took it from me and I didn't go through any process. I don't do the process. You know, the process, you have to do it online. It's in the post office. So this is, yes, the process. Okay, Sandra, the dear points are some place. Is this the student who choose the kind of course to read, application engineering, or the course will actually give, or the university will give it out? Yes, so after filling after you are done with the pre-engineering program, you buy the BSc or the diploma voucher, the one that you are applying to. Then if you are applying to the BSc, you select 4 programs based on your performance. And based on your performance, the university will give you the one that pertains. It's a process. But if your result is not that competitive, then the university will force to take other programs outside your 4. That there are space. So the bottom line is for you to put in an excellent performance when you are admitted for the pre-engineering Sarah Kumson is asking, please, if you had G7 in UMath, but your other lessons are B, do you qualify? For pre-engineering, if the D7 is in core subject, then you are deficient. But if it is D7 in elective math, I think you are gonna add, but you have D7 in elective math. But there are other subjects in the electives that you have at least C6, you qualify for the pre-engineering. But if the D7, you had 3D7 in your electives, then technically you are disqualified because you need 3 electives to qualify. Okay. I think these are the questions I'm seeing. Someone is asking Eric, please, I heard there are specific laptops for each program. It's R29 parts. I will advise, you just need a normal computer, a normal laptop to help you in your program. But if you, after the program, you want to do other engineering programs, then make sure the computer you are buying is, I think it's not advisable to buy one computer for the pre-engineering and when you want to enroll to the BSc, you buy another computer. Why don't you buy one you need for the pre-engineering? So buy an adequate one. That one, when you come, I believe you can, when you get admission and report, you get to know more about it. So don't worry about you buying a laptop now. Once you come, I believe there means for you to know the adequate one that will help you for the program. Yes, as I said, for the fees, last year they paid 3,000 cedis for the entire duration, and they also pay for the accommodation. So I think someone is also asking about whether it's fee paying or regular. Just one category of fee. Instead of the 3,000, if you don't have fee paying regular, it's just one category of fee for the pre-engineering. Can home economics and chemistry background of a BSc can do this? Take notes. Okay. So I think basically these are the questions that I'm seeing online from YouTube. Yes. Okay. I think these are the questions. I don't know whether you have another question in the room. Is it mandatory to bring books, letter material? No, it's please, you'll be given letter materials. So, but if you have other books too, that will help you in your personal studies. You have a library too. But if you have, there are some books that maybe you have some books to also, why not? That is your decision to decide. Okay. Okay. So I think these are the questions I'm seeing. Yes. So, Richard, it seems your hand is still up. Let me give you this last chance. Then we are done. Or mute and ask your question. Then we are done. Thank you. Richard.
Good afternoon to you all. Sir, please, I want to ask the admission. I applied online and then got a message from my email box that they received my application. But it seems people are still saying that we'd have to post it to the post office, and I'm kind of lost. Please, can you help me with that one, please?
So for the pre-engineering, it is only BSc that is actually not to post, which is a direct applicant to the BSc. That is actually not to post about our application forms to us. All the other applications, the BSc, the diploma, the certificates, all the applications are asked them to post, including the pre-engineering. So after you are done with the online, print it out, add your document to it, then post it to the university. So take note of that. So you are supposed to put it to us. Okay. I will note that our admissions are merit-based. There's nothing like I have to use someone for the person to help me out. No. Our admissions are merit-based. And we are using 6 subjects: English, Math, Science for the 4 subjects, and 3 of the electives. As a non-science student, 3 of your electives. 3 of your electives. The least should be C6. The least should be C6. As I said, the fees for the school fees is low. Last they paid around 3,000 for the entire duration of 1 year. But it's also paid for accommodation. And accommodation, some around 4,500, some up to 7,000. That's rooms. Prepare accordingly. Okay. So I don't know if there are any comments, final comments you give. Dr. Boabintu, Professor Clement also, Dr. Esther also Boatin.
Yes, Michael, let me say something before we go. So the pre-engineering program is a once in a million chance that anyone could get to pursue engineering. And some may be thinking that it is very difficult because you are coming to study chemistry, physics, elective maths, and just by mentioning these subjects, it may trigger some sort of fear within you. But as the coordinator, I'm here to tell you that we have dedicated instructors who would even go down to the basic level for you to understand. And even if you may not believe that, I would want to share with you that for every year batch, those that would complete successfully and transition into the BSc, the rate is way above 90%. Okay? So with a little effort that you put in, you can pass and pass successfully. We have students that came even from the home economics background, and yet they are making CWAs of 80 and above. So I would want to encourage everyone. The program is very easy. We've put in measures in place just for you to succeed in this program. So please, when you get a chance to come in, just do your best. And trust me, you'll finish successfully. Thank you. I wish you guys all the best.
Okay. Professor Clement also, I don't know if he has any final comments. And Dr. Esther also watching. Okay. Prof. Minu, if there are any final comments. Okay. I think we are having challenges with cross release.
I don't know, you may have to unmute them.
Them to be on. let's wait a minute for Prof. Johnson. Hello, Prof.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, I think you're having challenges, Prof. Okay, yeah, so all too soon we come to a close of this session. We believe it was helpful. I think someone's asking about contact number. Yes, so you can have this number 025 799 7339. 025 799 7339. Okay, so that is the contact number for the admissions office. If you have any, it's also on WhatsApp. If you have any or anything, you can send your consent to that number. Okay. Okay. Also soon we come to a close of this session. On behalf of the head of the academic incident affairs, the head, Mrs. Lydia Ephraim, and the entire team, the chairperson of the admissions, Professor Solomon, that team, wish you a Merry Christmas. And as you said, to respect the admission from 2nd through to 8th June. Hopefully, either late June or early February, you start the program. We wish you the very best. So we ask one of you to give us a question any hours. I think I can call Rachel. Good morning.
Yes, please. Okay, please let's close our eyes. Heavenly Father, we thank you for a successful meeting. We thank you so much for everything that has gone on here. We pray that we'll all gain admission so that our dreams that we aspire to get in the future will be achieved. We thank you for the lives of our coordinators. We thank you so much for the knowledge they've impacted in us. We pray that they live long and give us more knowledge as we all want. This and many more we ask through your Son Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Please, thank you very much. It was a privilege to do this. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Available on YouTube. Maybe your friends, you can hire them to do that page on YouTube. You can listen to the video. Okay. Wish you the very best. Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
How do we even the call? We thank
I see you.
we thank you so much for the knowledge you
Then one.